to do that?
Well, you clicked a button and now it says we're live.
All right, good. Oh,
I gotta figure out. I've never joined a live on an Xbox before.
really? I didn't even know you knew what
Yeah.
an Xbox was.
A 360? Live streams? No, that's Liberty.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Yeah, you asked the wrong guy. I know how to do it over here. Just go to your channel. And then look, it just pops up and says you're live, and I join.
I love it. I love how this just does nothing. That's cute.
You're doing the wrong thing. Here you go. You're fired.
Look.
You were clicking the wrong thing.
Yeah. Why is that weird? La, 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 la,
there you go. Upcoming. Hey. There you go. That one. We're upcoming. And you know there's a lag, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so there should be a slight lag.
You know what I don't see though is the feed.
Well, yeah, because nobody's. You want to test it?
Yeah, just say hello.
What is your name, Laser Brain? Let's see if the text pops up. Nope, it shows up there, but not there. How do you like them apples?
I think that
stinks. Hey, Miss Carpenter's here.
Ah, Miss Carpenter. I hope
Hello,
you like
Miss
television.
Carpenter. I'm glad we got somebody from our Duran Duran series over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a whiff on your part.
C'est la vie.
You always want to try these things and you don't test them out beforehand.
I must always get better.
Okay, well.
Like this thing here, I hate too.
Miss Carpenter's asking how you are.
We're doing well. How are you, madam?
I am doing well. Hey, Beat After Beat's here. Hello, Durannies.
Beat after beat.
Beat after beat. Miss Carpenter loves TV.
Excellent.
We like TV too. We love TV too.
Oh, we got it.
You love messing with that, don't you?
You know what I really need is I need something that can always stay there. Maybe it comes out of the ceiling. The thing just agitates me to death.
What are you, like a spy from James Bond? You're just like, got my video here.
You watch too much TV.
Oh, I can say I watch too much TV. We got 3 people in here that are not me, and 2 of them have made themselves known. Mm-hmm. There's a secret third person.
Excellent.
So enjoy.
Why are we here? We're not usually here on a Sunday. We don't have any Duran Duran to talk about.
Yeah, because we got another week till more Duran Duran.
We have to wait till Saturday to talk about the wedding album.
Mm-hmm.
AKA, here's a sneak peek. AKA 4 on the Floor.
Ooh.
How exciting is that?
Beat After Beat says, I do. I assume about the TV thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our idea was to spotlight television. I was sitting thinking, I was going, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have regular TV anymore. What do I mean by regular TV?
Well,
NBC, CBS.
Well, this is the new regular TV, is getting a bunch of streaming services.
Right. But I mean, most people, I think some people have cable still, and they watch TV. Here's a perfect example. There's a television show called Ghosts that is on...
The British Ghosts.
Well, I'm talking about the ABC one here.
Oh.
So there's a UK version of Ghosts that is absolutely excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And the American version is dumbed down.
It's pretty bad. I tried watching... I don't know if you know, but Katie and I tried watching an episode of it while we were in California, and it was pretty bad.
I watched an episode of it too. It was a very pale comparison. Yeah,
we watched it kind of late in the series too, so like you think they'd pick up steam eventually, and
So this is the first time in a long time. I don't even know if that show's still on the air or whatever the story is, but we thought, you know what, we like TV.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about television that matters, not a dumbed down version of a UK show that really shouldn't be on the air. I don't. And
apologies, I'm looking down here a bunch. Beat After Beat said to check out his community page. I'm kind of taking a peek here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just looking. There's some Duran Duran stuff and new release Tuesday.
So when you open up a subject this big about television, I could fill a year.
Yeah.
On television that I think is worthy. Problem is probably a little old, right?
Yeah.
But maybe somebody will get an idea, hear this, and say, I want to know more.
Beat After Beat wants my MTV.
Yes,
I want my MTV.
You know, there's tons of recordings of MTV.
I know.
That are on YouTube that you can watch just a moment in time, a snapshot, a block.
There's that, and I like to watch people talk about old MTV shows. I think it's fun.
You're later MTV, all those cheesy date shows.
Yeah. Move That Bus or whatever it is.
Well, we're not talking about that. Tonight we're talking about Moonlighting, a scripted show.
Yeah.
But you want to talk trash, I can talk trash too.
Yeah. I love trash.
I can talk Joe Schmo.
That's not trash.
That's
art.
Trash
That's
TV.
art.
I could talk Newlyweds with Jessica Simpson.
That's art also.
The Osbournes.
That I haven't seen that in a while, so I can't say anything.
It's trash.
It's been a while.
It's all trash.
It's been a while.
So Moonlighting is not trash.
I agree with that. The problem is, do you even know the story of my thing with Moonlighting?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was our show. We watched it almost every night.
It's 100 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, and then eventually we got to the point. Should I do? I don't want to say spoilers.
You don't say specifics.
Yeah,
but
there's a certain thing that happens that's like a big thing that happens, and then we stopped watching the show.
Well, I mean, that happens, right?
Yeah.
We only have so much time on this planet.
Exactly. Well, I think like we lost interest. I didn't lose interest.
So that's what happens, right? And I think I was around when this was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to read an article. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
An article.
They used to
have newspapers, and we go, oh, what? Look at that. Who's this?
I didn't even know you could read.
Sybil Shepherd has a new show. I thought she was a movie star. Okay, I'll check that out. No idea who Bruce Willis was.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knew.
Miss Carpenter loved Moonlighting. Beat After Beat says it was huge in the 80s. We know.
It's impossible to explain to you how big and how fast Moonlighting became.
I like that when I rewatch shows from the modern time, I get references to Moonlighting now.
Right.
That is exciting. Whenever that happens, I'm like, oh.
It's full of references. Mm-hmm. But that thing came out, and it was like a nuclear bomb on the television.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently there were a lot of problems making that show.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of fighting behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't even get full seasons of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of the precursor to most shows back then. You get 22, 24 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Today you get 8 or 10 if you're lucky on a streaming show.
Yeah, but the episodes are usually like 10 hours long or something. It's
Whatever.
Like you get like 8 mini movies.
Those Star Wars shows, you're lucky if you get 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're lucky if you get 6 of them.
I didn't watch any of that.
Sure you did. You watched, we watched Ben Kenobi, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
No, I think I dropped out.
Did you?
Yep.
Wow.
I think I saw the cool lightsaber fight and I said, you can keep going without me.
Well, what about Mandalorian? You saw 1 or 2 seasons of that, right?
I liked The Mandalorian. Those were long episodes, though. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they were.
I don't think there was one over 30 minutes.
Really? So. Let me investigate.
Yeah, go to the computer.
Let me do some investigative journalism here.
This is what life has become. Every time there's a conversation, we used to just punch each other until one gave in, but now we look it up on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Moonlighting, I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't know Moonlighting, it's sort of a detective show, very big in the 80s with detective shows.
Why don't you give a...
That's what I'm doing.
Do a little synopsis. Yeah, but you're like, oh, detective show. You got to give the whole story.
I will, but I'm giving the background because there were so many shows that had detectives, but the detectives were rarely...
Mandalorian, 39 minutes. 32
credits.
Minutes. 37 minutes. 41 minutes.
Don't believe anything you read on the internet. By the way,
the numbers get higher.
The credits were like 8 and 10 minutes long. So
no, that's not true. They would do the credits for like 2 seconds. They'd have the pretty artwork, and then they'd be done.
So in the 80s, there were a lot of shows about detectives.
You lost.
Maybe. So this one, they're going to try it again. They got detectives, but it's infused with comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take the cases somewhat seriously, but most of it is a goof.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the pilot.
Okay.
Pilot's about an hour and a half. Probably 2 hours if back in the day when you were watching commercials, but
And
we're laser brains. We don't have to watch commercials.
They're setting up the premise of the show.
Right.
Which is what the pilot does. And they kept a lot of stuff true from the pilot. A lot of times you watch a pilot and the next episode is very different.
Right. Characters change.
I think they were all basically the same. You only got a little bit of screen time for some people, but...
Well, DePesto, the secretary, she was there to the bitter end.
That's true.
This is pre-Booger.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, Booger shows up.
Yep.
And he becomes sort of a main character.
Mm-hmm.
You got the detective who is a con man who has essentially been working for Sybil Shepherd to lose money so she can write it off on her taxes. That's the whole point of City of Angels detective agency. Lose money for Sybil Shepherd so she can write it off on her taxes. And apparently no one was better at wasting money than Bruce Willis. Couple Porsches.
He said he had 2 Porsches. Both of them?
Vacations, apartments. Who knows what David was up to with all that money?
Yeah, he was just...
But the show starts out, Sybil Shepherd is Maddie Hayes. She is sort of famous. She's a model.
She was on a shampoo bottle.
Her most famous thing was Blue Moon shampoo. Commercial. And probably print ad and all that stuff.
Well, he said she was on the bottle, so...
But before that, she had been, like a model.
Yeah.
Doing... when there were magazines like Vogue, whatever that stuff is. So she's semi-famous, made some money, and is sort of coasting now. Doesn't do Blue Moon anymore. She's got a big mansion in Los Angeles.
Lots of money.
The top BMW you can have. I don't know what else she had there. She comes back from vacation and finds out that her account has taken every single dollar.
And left.
And left.
And left.
And the only thing that she has left is the mansion and that car and all these fake businesses.
Beat After Beat says, I should be on a shampoo bottle. I gotta agree with that.
You ever hear of GoFundMe?
I'd love to do a
I will tell you, though, it's pretty hard to break into the shampoo game.
Cyrillic was famous? What does that mean to you?
I don't know Cyrillic.
Look at that.
Can
you not read?
No. What is Cyrillic?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out about
means.
that. Maybe the computer knows. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to break into the shampoo business or get anything in a supermarket, you've got to go here. You've got to come to Arkansas, up north, and you got to kiss the ring. And that's Walmart.
Yeah.
And to get in there, good luck. So, Beat, I would really think about maybe opening your own shampoo is not the best idea. Unless you could do like direct sales over the internet. But then I'm sure they'll figure out some government agencies to put on you and then they will bankrupt you.
Cybil? C-Y-B-I-L?
I think it means Sybil.
Sybil.
So let's assume that says Sybil was...
Sybil was famous.
Sybil Shepherd in real life was famous. Absolutely.
Oh,
she was a movie star. And she had done some modeling before she became famous in movies. So they're essentially saying this is Sybil Shepherd's life, and then they fictionalize the shampoo a little bit.
The detective agency.
I don't know if she had fake
she probably
businesses
didn't
or not.
Have that.
Who knows? But the point is, she is broke, and she's got to go around Los Angeles and fire and liquidate all these companies. She goes to City of Angels detectives, and that's where Bruce Willis is. They have a very bad meeting, but a funny meeting. And he's fired, and they're closing down the detective agency.
That's it. That's what happens.
That's the premise. And he has to convince her that, listen,
we're worthwhile. We can make you money to keep you afloat.
Because he's definitely a con man. So the con man sees the money's going away. What's the new con? Hey, you told us to lose money, we lost it.
Now we're
now
here
you're
to
telling
make
us to
money.
make money, we're going to make it.
Yep.
And she doesn't really buy it, but
she doesn't want to give him a chance. She doesn't like his vibe.
Right.
Is what it is. She doesn't trust that a con man can...
She can spot a con man.
Exactly.
A mile away.
She probably has seen him all her life.
Well, you're in Hollywood, right? There's
She's
plenty
a professional.
of users.
Yep.
But you spot them. But anyway, he has to convince her, and obviously he does, because then you wouldn't have a TV show, right?
Yeah.
So
but
they team up.
You're getting ahead. You're getting ahead
No,
of yourself.
I mean...
Right now, we're kind of wondering, is it going to happen or not?
That's pretty quick, right?
Okay, well.
That's the pilot. I'm only going to talk about the pilot. And you got to watch the other episodes.
No, I'm saying you're getting ahead of yourself in the pilot
How's
description.
that?
Okay, we've had this meeting now. Now move on to the next part.
Are you talking about the B story, the actual case?
No, she goes to dinner.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain that in excruciating detail. I'm just
Oh,
going to say,
lame.
at some point, she finally gives in and says, maybe there could be some money here.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still reluctant. And then they find themselves in danger.
Yeah.
And they've got a case that revolves around World War II Nazi diamonds.
Yeah.
And, just like a detective show, they're finding clues and putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got to figure out the case. And if they can figure out the case, they figure they're going to get some fame.
Yeah.
There's no money to get because nobody's paying. But at least you'll get famous so that people will see you in the newspaper.
There's not even gnats in here.
I don't know, who knows. And then get more cases.
Yep.
That's what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. That's the pilot.
Because he wants to use her image.
Well, he's a con man, right? He's going to use any advantage he's got.
He's kind of using the fact that she's a model and was famous.
And he wants to keep the paycheck going.
Yeah. So, I mean, they end up solving the case. Did you say that already?
I wasn't going to say that.
Why?
I was going to leave it open to see if they did it or not, but okay.
Well, I mean, if they do it and then they don't win the case, then how do they get the fame?
Right.
Otherwise,
how much
like
fame
losers.
could you get off one silly case?
It's a pretty big case. Diamonds? That's a lot of diamonds.
World War II Nazis. Yeah, I guess that would get some play. I don't know.
Newspaper attention.
But let's just say, basically, this is an office comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But the serious bits are actually like a real detective show. So it's a mix of a comedy show and a real show or a serious show.
Mm-hmm.
But still plenty of jokes.
Yeah, plenty of jokes.
And I mean, if you think Bruce Willis is funny, then you're gonna like it, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, what did you think of the pilot?
I thought the pilot was really good. It's basically the entire show encapsulated into like this mini.
Right, and then they just repeat that throughout.
Exactly. Well, they just keep doing that, and occasionally they hardly bring stories like part 1, part 2. Eventually, at some point, some stories start to carry over, but it takes a while.
There's a running gag about a certain file, the case they've been working on forever, that goes around and nothing ever happens with it. But
yeah. That's not what I'm referring to. You could
what
watch.
Are you referring to? I don't know. Are you talking about like
you could pick up any episode and watch it and enjoy it.
Probably could.
For a while. Eventually stuff starts connecting together, but no? Okay, whatever.
Are you talking about their relationship, their friendship?
Just anything. Well, that's it.
Character building?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to grasp what you're saying. That's all.
You can watch it. That's it. You can pick up any time.
You can find Moonlighting. It's I've got the DVDs, but I guess you can't find those anymore, or they're expensive on eBay. But they're not streaming, but
on
Voodoo, Fandango.
Yeah, you gotta buy
like
it.
Yeah, and they're cheap as chips, though.
And I bet on like what's that one channel we watched Three's Company on?
I don't know if I saw that on there. Pluto.
They might have a Moonlighting thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I never saw it.
They could probably have. I mean. Maybe it's not always Moonlighting, but
yeah,
maybe it shows up on there if you want to wait.
So, folks in the room, do you have any thoughts on Moonlighting? Are you going to try it? This is not going to be a very long video, but we just wanted to spotlight something, give people some pleasure if they're not enjoying whatever's on TV now, or if they even watch TV. I don't know.
Well, we said 2 people in here love TV, so.
Okay.
I'm not getting any feedback.
Okay, no problem. So, do you have anything to add before we close out?
I think we should pick up where we stopped watching. You gonna think about that for a while? I told you we watched until a certain point, then we stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's you.
Well, I mean, nobody would know that.
Because I said it at the start.
Yeah, but where do we stop?
Oh, I can figure it out, yeah.
Wow.
I know exactly what happened before we stopped. That's why I was like, why did we stop?
Oh, are you saying you want to pick up where we left off?
Yeah.
Oh, why wouldn't you just watch all the Where we left off, the show was starting to dive.
Yeah, but then it's like you don't get to see the end of it.
Well, that's true. I am a completionist.
BWP says he doesn't have anything to add. I just want my MTV.
Everybody wants their MTV.
I want my MTV.
Turn it on. Leave it on. Anybody can guess who that was? This gives it away.
Yeah. Well, we shall see.
Whatever. So bless everyone that came here. I hope this was helpful. We think of some more shows that we think should spotlight. We're going to give our thoughts because we have
Billy Idol.
That's right.
Yeah.
Billy Idol.
Beat After Beat was on it. And Miss Carpenter says she loves that show, hasn't seen it in years. Maybe we should pick it up again.
Listen, I hadn't seen it in a while. I'm telling you, it is. I was laughing. Yeah, we should probably spotlight what was the best gag that you saw in the pilot. When you think back about everything that was going on, what tickled your funny bone?
I mean, there was a lot that made me laugh.
There's tons because he talks.
But one of my favorites, he didn't even talk.
Okay, give it to me.
You ready for it? He's being interrogated.
That was pretty good.
He's like talking to them, and then he sticks the shades on.
That's great.
And the guy grabs the shades and chucks them across the room.
So every scene in those detective shows, if somebody's in trouble, the big light on your face and you're interrogated, and he just pulls out the glasses, and then the other guy comes and goes
and chucks it across, and
like
he just gives a look like.
That is a great gag, and there are a lot of them.
That was making me giggle a little bit. That was funny.
My favorite, and I'll tell you why it's my favorite, because I still use it today.
What is it?
When anybody's being dumb,
oh, the fly.
I say, no flies on you.
Who dat? Who he? That's it.
Who he is great
Who
too.
He.
Who he?
Yo, I heard him say that when we were watching it again, and I was like, hey, you say that a lot.
I do.
Who he?
Who he, and no flies on you.
No flies on you.
All right, so bless everyone this evening. It's Sunday. Time to go to bed. I've definitely blah, blah, blah. Hopefully we'll see you all Saturday, 1 p.m. Central, 4 on the floor.
You ready?
That's it.
Was that your cue?
Bye. Thanks for